Now, elsewhere, some big news emerging from Germany overnight because Bayern Munich are on the verge of sacking Julian Nagelsmann.
They're 1 point off the top of the Bundesliga and in the Champions League quarter-finals where they'll face Manchester City. Of course, we can go live now to Bayern's training ground and speak to Sky Germany's Uli Kohler. Uli, very good morning to you. Thank you for joining us this morning. I mean, look, Nagelsmann's only lost 3 games this season, so why do Bayern want to get rid of him?
Yeah, this was an earthquake last night, a surprise for everybody. Even Julian Nagelsmann was completely surprised when he heard that he will be sacked. By the way, it was a journalist who asked him, do you know already that you will be sacked tomorrow? And he said, no, I only got a phone call that I have to show up today at the headquarters. Because in the moment there is only a little training because everybody is on the national teams on the way. And it was the last 10 games. Bayern won only 5 of it. This is a record which is not suiting to Bayern München. But on the other hand, it was since long time. There are rumors they don't get along so well with the bosses. Julian Nagelsmann is a very good coach. As you see the record in the Champions League, as you mentioned, they won all the games against Barcelona in the group stage, and now PSG, Paris, always they didn't receive 1 goal against these clubs. They have a clean sheet. And then the next thing is on the next weekend is the Classico in Germany against Dortmund, the most important game because Dortmund in the moment is the #1, Bayern is 1 point behind, and all these things together nobody could understand. But overall, I think the bosses were not convinced to go with him to the future, that he will solve the Bayern problems, which I cannot understand. And one thing which is very important, Thomas Tuchel will be the new coach. And because he has so many offers in the moment from Tottenham Hotspur, as we heard, Real Madrid, they thought they have to do it now, because if something goes wrong in summer, Thomas Tuchel will be not available anymore. But to sack, therefore, Nagelsmann, a very risky thing.
Uli, it's Pete here, and nice to see you. Look, the rain is pouring down there in Munich. Poor old Julian Nagelsmann driving to the training ground, pouring with rain, dark skies, awful morning for Nagelsmann. But it seems to me that Tuchel is a good fit for Bayern Munich. Would you agree?
Yes, it's the only kick. It's the only pick which is left over. Bayern Munich, all the coaches who were there, Hansi Flick, who is with the national team now, was so successful. He won 6 titles, and they didn't come along with the team. And now Julian Nagelsmann, very successful, because the bosses cannot go along with him. And now Thomas Tuchel, but he's not an easy person. He's a great coach. He's a great manager. He knows everything about football, as Nagelsmann does. But I mean, generally on the way how he is, it will not be easier than Nagelsmann, and not be easier like Flick. So the bosses have to think about what they are doing, and if this is real, the right positions. Because after Dortmund, they play in the cup in the quarterfinal. And then City comes in the Champions League, and you know, you can lose against City in any form, which can happen. What happens then? So whatever. A big earthquake last night and a risky decision from Bayern München.
Brilliant. Uli, always a pleasure to speak to you. Thank you so much for bringing us right up to date.